Roasted vegetables are so delicious the first night, but the second time around, they kind of lose their luster. I want to give them some new life by reinventing them into a delicious and hearty soup. I've got roasted squash and carrots, and they're gonna taste so delicious. All right, so before I get to the recipe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more recipes just like these. Okay, I have got the squash. I might need to do this in batches, actually, because it's gonna turn out really thick. So what I love about this recipe is really you can use any vegetable that you cooked from the night before. I have acorn squash and carrots, butternut squash and delicata, but really you could do anything. Even if you had broccoli that you steamed last night, you could turn it into a cream of broccoli and cheddar soup super easily. Just blend it in the blender. So I put all my roasted vegetables. The only thing that I had to do today was I sauteed some onions. I had purple and white onions on hand, so I sauteed them both with some garlic, and I had some rosemary, so I added that too. Okay, and now some stock. I'm using vegetable stock. If you wanted it to be heartier, you could add chicken stock. Even beef broth would probably be great. The most important part really in blending up anything is having a great blender. I hate to say it because a lot of them, the really good blenders are expensive. There are a couple like the Ninja that I think do a pretty good job, but this one is Blendtec. I love it. I've used it so many times in the past couple years. I mean, it's like paid for itself. Turn my stove on, and look how thick that soup has become. Don't worry, we're gonna thin it out a little bit more, but I'm just gonna do the rest of the squash along with the broth in batches. Oh man, gosh, that's really good already. Yum. You know what, there's a lot of different flavors going on because I roasted the squash in kind of a Middle Eastern flavor. By the way, I have a whole recipe on that, so here's a link to make sure that you get that recipe for the roasted acorn squash and carrots. But I used coriander and sumac, some really Middle Eastern spices, and they work really well with that sauteed onion and rosemary that I added to it. So what makes this soup so incredible is how much it makes. You saw I just had one bowl of leftover veggies and I've turned it into a gigantic pot of soup. So this soup is gonna last me several days and nobody in my family is gonna know that I used my leftovers to make it. So because the veggies were already seasoned, I really don't need to add much. I am gonna put in a little splash of cream because it always amazes me how a splash of cream really adds so much depth to any soup. It makes it taste like it has been cooking all day long. I have some chicken sausage and that I just fried in a pan to just kind of make it a full and really hearty meal. You could add bacon, you could add cheese, all of the above, none of the above. Oh, you know what you could do? You could do like an assembly line for kids where just like taco night, soup night could be add whatever toppings you like. And there's our soup. It's all done. Oh my gosh, it is so thick and creamy. I love this beautiful color. I'm gonna grab a bowl. I could eat this all winter long. I'm Roni Proter with Dinner Reinvented. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know what other kind of soup recipes you want to see. Bye.